Welcome back to the Fierce Fish First Tech Challenge CAD modeling tutorial series. Our goal in this series is to provide guidance in using Autodesk Inventor for First Tech Challenge. And in today's video, we are going to be going over the 2D patterning tools. So the 2D pattern tools are there for if, say, we have a lot of geometry that is like equally spaced apart in some fashion that we just don't want to keep hand drawing. So there are 3 of these tools, and they are all quite useful. So let's start by taking a look at one of them now. This is up here. These are the 3 2D pattern tools. They're also the same in 3D. We'll have a video on that coming up. And let's just start with the rectangular. So you'll get this pop-up window here. What the rectangular pattern tool does is it like basically patterns it in this form of a rectangle. So I can, instead of explaining it, let me just show it to you. Right, so first I select my geometry. Okay, I want that circle there. And I choose the direction. Typically you'll use an existing line in there. So I click on that line and you'll see the arrows pointing that way. I gotta flip the direction of that arrow because I want it going this way. And then I can choose how many I want. So I want 5 of them. Now you'll see it's going 5 across there at 1-inch spacing. That's exactly what I want. Now I want to fill up this whole grid. So I'm gonna select this here and you'll see it's automatically gonna go down there. So it basically rectangle patterns it in the form of a rectangle, if you can imagine that. And once I click OK, those are going to become in there. But we have 2 things here, associative and fitted. I don't know what fitted does. I've never used it. I don't think it'll matter for us right now. But associative, I'll show you what that does in a second. Well, let's press OK here. Now we have our grid here. So if I wanted to say delete this center circle, I can't do that without deleting the whole pattern. So if I edit the pattern and make them unassociative, they are now their own individual geometry. But if you want to keep them the same, you just leave the associative on and you have these constraints here. And these are all now associated with a single pattern in there. Alright, so that's the rectangular tool, pretty useful tool. Now this next one's one of my favorites. It's the circular tool. Okay, so what it does basically is circular patterns geometry around a point, an arc, a circle. It's basically how we just did it as like a rectangle pattern. This one's now a round pattern. So we have our geometry. I want this circle here. We can select the axes. So the axes, it can be a point, it can be this point, or it can be the circle's arc. To show you just the whole thing, I'll let it be the circle's arc. And we can flip this. Like if we have an odd number, like 5, actually it doesn't do anything. So it really doesn't matter how many, or what direction the axis is going for like this example. Say I wanted 8 of them going around there. I could do that. And then you could also choose the range. Oh, that's where this comes in. That's where the flip comes in. You can choose the range. Say I only want it 180 degrees on that side. That's what that would be for. But if I want them all the way around, I can go 360 degrees at 8. Then the associative, if we turn that off, we know what happens. The fitted, I would not mess with. So let's do OK. And then now you'll see we've got this like kind of geometry thing there. I just turned that to a, yeah, okay. So let's edit the pattern here and make them unassociative. And now I can delete one and you'll see that guiding circle is off. So let me undo those 2 actions there. And now this guiding circle is back. So that's the circular tool. Now the final tool is the mirror tool. So I have an F here for Fierce Fish. For some reason it won't let me mirror text. So that's why it's kind of like drawn in geometry. So first, for the mirror tool, you have this pop-up window here. First, you're going to select the geometry you want to mirror. I want to mirror that F there. Then we select the mirror line. I want that to be the mirror line. We hit apply, and you'll see that is mirrored across this line here. and it's literally mirrored. It's not like copied like the rectangular pattern. If I want it copied, I would use the rectangular pattern there. But this mirrored it across that line there. And so those are the three 2D pattern tools. And I find those tools very useful in a lot of situations, so I hope you will too and take advantage of those. So that's going to be it for this video today. And from all of us here at Fierce Fish, we hope you have a great day.